What's up? I'm a little early. Um, I just wanted to clear up a few things in regards to what Greeno is spreading around. For one, I hope everyone is paying attention to the amount of different stories you're hearing from right after he got out, what he posted, to what he's now saying, and how he's unraveling in comments on those said videos. He's true crime news talking about himself in the third person. But that's him. He's posted it on his True Crime Investigates channel that's him. So he's commenting that there are protective orders out against myself and Gray Hughes Investigates. And yeah, it's just flat out not true. Not true at all. But you want to know how many he has? He has 5 from the state of Indiana. And then he has 1 in Florida that is active right now for the next 5 years. And he's playing with fork and fire by all the shit that he's been doing. Can you not see that he has not changed at all? I am all about giving someone a second chance. However, they don't just get that chance just given to them. That's absolutely ludicrous. You have to earn it, and your actions speak for themselves. When you make a true change in your life, your actions speak for yourselves. And what have we seen? Have we seen any difference? No. I don't know if everyone is forgetting the fact that when he went into jail the last time, he went on the run. He went on the run right before that. And then he started a GoFundMe, and he raised $603. He started a money pool for himself because he didn't have any of his belongings. He never used a green screen. He never used that in any of his videos. There was a microphone and him in a bedroom. Those are the videos. I have some of them. And he lied back then, and they raised that money. You don't want to know what a little bit of that money went towards was a cease and desist that he sent to me through the former Judge Fouts. And I never received anything after that. So he gets out, and he proceeds to go give the petition. So he gives the petition to Graz. Of course it's going to be Graz, but that's a topic for another day. And Graz, of course, if you guys are kind of following that debacle, he's upset with me because I won't get in line and publicly denounce True Crime Maria. It's this silly stuff that's going on. He doesn't like that I support her, apparently. Who gives a flying fork, dude? I don't support you. I support her. I think she's done things a little bit wrong, but that doesn't mean that he just blindly gets it. I'm not going to do anything. You can't force people. So basically he goes live, and several different times during the live, he threatens myself and Kristen, and he keeps saying, well, I'm just going to have to discredit their channels. He says it over and over again. I have the recordings. And then guess what? The very next week he goes live, and it's cold truth and something cold truth about Greeno. And he shows a petition to the court for a protective order that has my full name on it. I go by Cold Truth and Mel Roberts. I do not go by my name online, and he knows that. And he used it because he's trying to get back at me. That's what Graz is doing. I have his number. Nothing he does surprises me. But yeah, and he proceeded to butcher saying my name over and over again during that live. And I'm pretty sure that was just to get under my skin. And I didn't want to comment about it because I didn't know. So I call Carroll County, the circuit court. I'm so sick. It's embarrassing having to bug the hell out of these like Carroll County courts and all these different places in Carroll County. Like it's absolutely stupid. But I call and they do find one where he filed in March of 2022 and it was denied. There is no protective order that he has against me. It simply doesn't exist. And then Graz is going around in chats and other places, and I have all the proof, saying that Greeno has one against me and I have one against him. Neither one of those statements are true. I do not have a protective order against him, and he does not have one against me. He doesn't have one against Gray either. Once Indiana it's called ex parte. It's an ex parte, which means it's a one-party state for filing a restraining order, protective order, no contact order against someone. Now, I don't completely understand the harassment, but there is a clause. It seems like there is a clause for harassment. But he's basically like saying that the law is like, well, I lost my train of thought. See, that's why I just don't even look at the chat, because then I lose my train of thought. But yeah, so by him going around and saying that is defamation of character because it's untrue. And then Graz is going around calling me a criminal. You know, he's just doing his dirty work for him. It's like, dude, aren't you done? Like, aren't you sick of being his dirty dog? Like, he's used Graz before. Like, he did that the last time. But, like, now it's happening all over again. You know, he says, you know, his first post was, I'm going to, let me just pull it up. We'll just read it. I'll just read it. Just pay attention, you know, like, it seems like he's not even really tried this time to come up. I thought he would at least, like, I mean, I called all of this. If you go back and look at my community post about hide your wallets, it didn't take a week before he was already having a PayPal money pool for himself. And just because you talk about yourself in the third person does not, I don't know what that's about. You can look it up in like Psychology Today, though. But it's you. It can be proved that it's you. And so all of these statements that you're making are false. And then it can also give you a place where, like, if he puts it out there, then you can read it. And then you can just like put two and two together for yourself, you know? Like, I'm trying to find it. So he puts out a statement right after he gets out. And it says, my True Crime Investigates channel was removed from YouTube. Okay, that'll come into play here in a second. It was removed from YouTube, comma. Sadly, some poor decisions on my part led to me to jail for a year. I am in the process of restructuring a new channel and social media sites. I need a cough. Prior to being involved in, okay, so here he goes. Restructuring a new channel and social media sites prior to being involved in anything publicly. Thank you for your interest and support in my work on formerly True Crime Investigates. Please stay updated with this page and my personal Facebook page for updates. At this time, I have personal obligations prior to advancing into the YouTube community. I apologize if my absence has caused you any inconvenience to you or if my actions have caused you any drama, harassment, or turmoil in your own personal life. I wish to remain positive and live in a private life from this point forward. I wish to remain positive and live a private life from this point forward. I will not comment on my personal legal status or prior incidents that led me to serving a year in jail, nor will I dispel any rumors about me on social media. My own actions and poor decisions led me to that consequence. I'm not facing any criminal charges or under supervision of the courts. I have served my time and it's done. I don't always make the best decisions and I'm pretty outspoken and I say things I don't mean at times. I have flaws like everybody else. Here it is again. Talked about this in the very beginning when I started talking about him, of like making everyone feel like sharing the blame with him is an acceptable thing. It is an acceptable way to say that you're sorry. It's not quite as bad as I'm saying I'm sorry, but with a big, once you put a but on the end of something, whatever you said before, it doesn't matter. But when he does this is just a second. This is a different way of doing the same thing. I have flaws like everybody else. I never expected to be known worldwide for my work on YouTube. Thank you all for your viewership. I ask that you please respect me as I rebuild my life for the better of all of my family and closest friends. I am willing to respond to all the thousands of messages that I have received on Facebook during this past year, inquiring about my thoughts on the Delphi double homicide investigation. My statement is as follows. Quote, okay, I don't know why you're like putting a quote in here for yourself. The arrest of Delphi community member Richard Allen has shocked myself in this community. My heart goes out to the families of the victims as the judicial branch takes its due process. My goal in this case was two things: identify the bridge guy, obtain justice for Abby and Libby. My coverage was to inform my viewers of any information regarding the case in news format updates. I hope that my work has helped you and others understand more about the case. Now that a suspect has been identified, justice is in the hands of a jury. Thank you for your patience. I look forward to returning in the future, but at this time, I am not willing to do so. Thank you, respectfully, Anthony Greeno. Couple days later, oh, I forgot about this one. This was in Messenger that he sent to a bunch of people like, hello, they're definitely going to share it. You may have noticed that I no longer have a YouTube account anymore. Mine was hacked and deleted. So he's changing. He literally went right back on that where he owned it, why his channel's gone. And then mine was hacked and deleted. So now he's already putting his personal stuff out there that he thinks that we did that. Like, are you kidding me? What? He said several different things that I don't even know. Like, we'll get to them. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, hey, Gray. Thank you for the super chat. That was super nice of you. He says, keep on trucking. He just on another grift and JM. Wow. What an embarrassment. Couldn't agree with you more. This is just his newest. And the thing is like, I'm not going to keep, I think he'll just end up like he's already showing his true colors. He just got out. He's not even trying to be good and live up to him being worthy of a second chance. Like he's not even trying. Like he's done 2 different lives. He's posting everywhere. Like he's raised a bunch of money and he is defaming a bunch of people's name. Like no one owes him anything. You don't just abandon your property and then expect everyone to just hold your stuff. Like, that's insane. Like, they're supposed to just... What about... She's the victim, okay? She's the one that he had... There is a chart. You can look it up. He has a no contact order in the state of Florida for the protection of his latest ex-girlfriend. Now, all those other ones, those 5 in Indiana, they're all on other girlfriends. I'll show you those. And then he had he had 3. Remember the 3 that he had? One was for his 2 moms and I think a friend, or it might have been a grandma, or no, the girlfriend, and all at the same time. And then he went on to have another one on the same girlfriend. And then he had 2 from another girlfriend. And now this one from another girlfriend. Like, at least if he'd have picked Jesus, if like I got saved while, like, because I thought, since JM was just out supporting him, I thought for sure that was going to be his grift, was that, he found Jesus while in jail, and he's a changed man. At least that would have been putting in some effort, like, yeah, he's raised like, well, see, and the thing is that's encouraging is there's only like 9 people that have given to him, and anonymous are most of them, but someone gave him like a $520 one. I wonder who that could be. And so like people, they didn't just open up their wallets, and so that's a positive thing. Yeah, someone, we all know probably who that is. Come on now. Gave him, 520, and then he got some from Graz, said that they gave him some. Like, so he's not really got a lot of supporters, but the ones that he did get to give him money gave him a lot, and to me, it's just ridiculous. It's always been ridiculous. And he keeps telling you this fan-funded bullshit, and that he's basically like saying, I'm not going to come back. Let me just read this. You may have noticed I no longer have a YouTube account anymore. Mine was hacked and deleted. Many of you who watched my content would have seen a huge growth from March 2018 until the 2022, where I topped out at 20,000 subs, over 3 million views. Many of you ask if I'm going to return ASAP and tell everyone what I think. It shows a level of respect and loyalty on your part to choose my channel for your media updates. This past year has stripped me of everything. Why 4? It's just 3. I am currently going through the rebuilding phase of my life. This is a time when I must be strong, but at times can be weakened from the overwhelming stress of just trying to survive. Oh, God. Saving the funds to purchase the startup equipment is difficult when you need every dollar you got just to complete basic essentials. People have been daily inquiring about my thoughts on the Delphi murders. A lot, spelled wrong, had happened in 1 year regarding this case. I am going to express my thoughts on everything that I have been unable to comment on for 14 months. I will update you all then, as this case had hit me and this community really hard. It changed me. The way things are now in Delphi, the Klein family revelations, the Logan warrant being unsealed, to today as we watch Richard Allen, a.k.a. Bridge Guy, receive justice at the hands of a jury. With respect, I wish to refrain from commenting on the case until I'm ready to update everyone in a video format. So he's kind of laying out the manipulation. This is all just a manipulation of you, like he uses these raising funds to retain new startup equipment. Okay, when he went on the run, he didn't take those big lights and a green screen. He'd never even had that, and then he was trying to raise money for it, and he never bought it. It never did see it. Like, I know you guys remember this stuff. Like, it's absolutely insanity that this repeat with violent criminal confinement, intimidation, domestic battery. I went through all of it. Like, from 2005 all the way up until now. He's served his time and he's out. And he expects people to give him a second chance because he's changed and he's served his time. Where is the proof? Where is it? How has he changed? How has he changed a lick? And then you watch that JM on her channel, like you watch that with him sitting there drinking a beer. I seem to remember a grift where he was a recovering addict. Beer? Really? Okay. Didn't know that was a thing when you're in recovery, because he petitioned the court. We read through 2022 and he's saying that he was going to do all of these things to get out. And that was a part of it. Like his recovery. It's like this guy doesn't even have to try. He doesn't even try to bamboozle you in a good way. Like, I don't know what else to say, like this is so ridiculous. And then he uses the death of Michael Catt. Like, I'm not even going to comment on that because I'll just go on another rabbit hole of just using the death of people and other people to his advantage and doing so. Those are signs that someone has not changed. They're not owning any. Remember when he got out the last time? What was that? No, this was a 2019 one. When he got out and blamed the hospital staff and the police and Mark Bailey for his ridiculous actions. And then he had he's so out there about it that he showed you the video of him with a spit mask on going bananas inside of the hospital. And then everybody blamed the ex-girlfriend. They keep blaming these ex-girlfriends for his bad behavior. It makes zero sense. He is the only one that can change the outcome of his life. And everybody continuing to coddle and enable him will never let him grow, if it's even possible. He will not grow if you keep enabling him and funding him. You don't need $800 to start a YouTube channel or do videography for that matter. That's absurd. It's absurd. It's all absurd. It's just absurd. I am in the process of raising funds to retain new startup equipment. Without these items, I cannot make any videos. If anyone wants to work this case and bring out the best footage from the area, I need people to rally behind me to gather up this computer and microphone webcam. I assure you, I have a mix of emotions. The first thing I did was think of my best friend and YouTube channel partner, Michael J. Catt. When I heard Richard had been arrested as Bridge Guy, I immediately felt bad because Michael had me start the Delphi case on YouTube. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even make videos. You guys, have you forgotten that he didn't, what videos is he talking about? He went live. No problem with that. That's what I do. That's what a lot of people do. But he stole some videos, if you recall, from Megyn Kelly when she interviewed CeCe Moore. He stole the True Crime Daily's video. So, what videos? His Mule video where he was trying to get you to sign up for a impromptu live concert that never took place. There was no live, impromptu singing of him downtown. That never happened. How about, and they're claiming that he did some good and he's sitting there in that video all smug. What? What did he do? I don't get it. I don't get it. Um, I don't know about you, but tears in my eyes. Okay. So here's another, well, this is on his PayPal. This is what he has to say about it. I want you to compare. So you compare his first thing that he said to then the second thing that he sent out. And now the third thing is this is to help Anthony Greeno, speaking of himself in the third person again, make his return into audio video production. At this time, I am currently going through civil litigation against an individual who has stolen everything I own. What? This includes all of my audio, video, editing, production, and film equipment. He didn't even take it with him. So what's going to happen is he's going to produce some of it, but it's going to be because it was here all the whole time. Like, he went on the run. He was on like a freaking bus. Like, you really think like he packed all that stuff up with him? No, he's lying to you. I guarantee it. That's what I think. And I don't know. Why don't you look? I've been on here since 2019. Why don't you ask the people that know me, that have been supporting me, and the families that I have helped, and to compare my character, compare Gray Hughes Investigates character to that of the likes of Greeno? It's offensive to my sensibilities that anyone, like, that he even has the audacity to claim that I shut down. There is a petition for getting, because he was behind bars and doing all of the, like, he got a stalking protective order against him while he was behind bars. He's behind bars, and the judge said there is enough here for her to have a protective order against this man based on the communications. This is in the court record, based on the communications of him chirping out from behind bars. That is not a sign of somebody that's changed. And neither is all of this shit that he's done since he's been out. You know, like, it's just not. It's a different year, same grift. And he's making all these just going bananas over there in the comments, and so like, all these just going hold on. Bananas over. I clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, he's just going absolutely bananas on, like, in the comments, like, True Crime News is going bananas, and we all know that that's him because he put it on his pages, like. And then the third person ridiculousness isn't in one. He literally, like, went from first person to third person to, like, fourth. I don't know. It was like, what is happening? And he's drinking on a live with her. And by the way, called it. He's got to have a mother figure. I said that all the way back then. Y'all, you probably think I'm a psychic, but it's just a pattern. The pattern is there. The pattern is super strong. He's not a changed man. There is zero evidence of that. And when I started doing this, it was because of what he did to Nicole and Ray's family with taking the money from that fund, and also using their names to get people to send him money for bond. That's why I went level 12 psycho. Then, as this year has gone on, that is still, like, the main reason is to protect, like, the victims' families and the future victims' families that he will hurt, or that he has hurt, but it's kind of become something deeper because of all of the women that have reached out to me or that I have spoken to over the last year. And I just, where you can do any kind of, if I could, like how I talked about with Crime Geek, I've just, I knew she was going to do all of those things. I knew that he was doing those things to her. And then when she got away from him, when he had done enough things to end that relationship, she did. She apologized to me for helping him dox me. See, the things that they accuse me of and that they try to drag my name through the mud on they're the ones that are actually doing them. It's a deflection, okay? And please just look at what I have put out, and there is no record that you can find. I don't have one. I don't have, I'm just a mom who lives in middle Indiana, like I don't, there is nothing that I'm hiding. I don't lie. You don't catch me in lies every other week. I'm not begging you for money. I'm not, yeah, my channel is monetized. And this whole bullshit thing that he is trying to say, like, I'm trying to like make a name for myself after him. Are you kidding me? In the podcast world, in like he's insignificant. Like he is so insignificant. My thing is he's the true crime case, Let's read some comments. What we got? Yeah, he's trying to shut me up. And this is what he does. Like, I just came across some very damning messages that he sent. And like they are it's just like all of the signs are there that this he's trying to intimidate me. And this is what I think. This is one of the things that I've been mulling over this week. Maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic. Maybe like it's just something that I thought about. You all know that I carry every day, and it's a part of, like, it's just become a part of my person. And so if I say that on here and he could possibly know that, is that why he is trying to get a protective order against me? Because, and then, just to disarm me? Like, I don't know. It is because in Indiana, like that, like say a judge agreed with him and it was put through, then what would happen after that? Like, obviously it didn't happen. If he even said on there that it was March of 2022, Gray didn't get anything and I didn't get anything because the judge denied his petitions that he did pro se and filled them out. You can fill them out online. I should have done one on him when he doxed me. And I regret that. And, but if he thinks that I'm just going to, know my role and like get in line, like he doesn't know me very, like he don't know me. Like I am not going to, stop fighting for what is right. Like I have been this way my whole life. When I get about something, I am dogged in my pursuit of whatever it is that I have set my mind to do. I hope you all remember, I don't give my fucks away. But when I do, I sure do give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck that you don't like it. Okay? Yeah, like exactly, HCC. Just because you filed for one doesn't mean anything. He knows this. He knows the law. Like, he knows that there is not a protective order. He wants us to be quiet so that he can con you and he's trying to make me look bad. He's trying to discredit us, and he's blaming everything on one of his exes. Again, they're not saying her name, but come on, we all know who she JM and him are talking about. And see, like, I even have the DCC, like, not to even use her name, you know? Like, I block out all of that. I have never intentionally showed you doxed anyone. Like, just look at those kinds of things, you know? Look at Gray. Like, are you kidding me? There's another DNA solve just this week. He's donated so much money to help this community that we are all here for and that we love. Do you think that he is jealous of Greeno? No, it was just nice having him, you know, not be around for a little while, you know? Like, and there's so many like, he's not. Yeah. There are plenty of creators who make great content and edit on their phones. It's a manipulation. I'm not going to fill you in all the salacious details, and, you know, and then they kind of like play at like this little nugget that's dropped out there about driving by Richard Allen's house or knowing him from CBS or whatnot. Like, he's just playing you, you know, just like, hey, True Sleuth. Greeno is now claiming he knows RA from CBS. And he has driven by his house in the past. Liar, inserting himself into the case again. Yeah, that's what he's good at doing. And like, during this live with her, like, he's like, oh, I did. I talked to these two senators. No, you bamboozled your way into getting Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Lindsay Ann, and Michelle Barton, and some other really phenomenal people, okay? Bidding queries, some really stand-up people into believing your lies, and you almost wrecked everything that they were trying to do with the March for Justice. He piggybacked off of them. Did he maybe contact Ron Altling or some senator? Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he did do one good thing. Does that negate all the bad things he's done? Do you not remember? Go back and watch the video I did with Crime Geek and her mom. Like, it's heartbreaking. It should be. Like, I don't get it. And everybody is like this jilted lover. Like, I'm not a jilted lover, but it does hurt me that I'm a female. And I see that, and it makes logical sense. Because I'm a female that dared to go after a man in this community. If it was another man doing it that did all what I did, no one would be saying, oh, you just, you know, like, you're just jilted ex-lover, blah, blah, blah. It wouldn't even be a thing. But because I am a female standing up for myself and other people, I'm viewed as just this annoying, jilted lover. That's offensive to my sensibilities. I would never, ever break my promise that I've made to my man. And I sure as hell would never choose someone like him to be with. Gross. Like, I'm not saying I'm just like all that in a bag of burritos, but like, I'm better than that. Like, like, absolutely not. So it's like offensive to my sensibilities that people think that I would, like, that they even believe that. Like, ugh. Anyway, it's just a yeah, okay, true crime news. It's not that I'm a female. Okay, sure. Thanks for showing up. I can't wait to hear you dig yourself in a little deeper. You know, um, you bring it on yourself. Just do the hard work, get a real job, and you could even get a real job at a videography place to start out and to grow yourself as a person and do what you said you were going to do in your first post. Otherwise, it's just another lie that you told. And you keep telling them and you keep taking people's money when you don't need to. That you don't. You shouldn't be doing that. You just got out of jail. Like, your circumstances are solely your fault. Your responsibility. Your life is your responsibility, and the things that you choose to do in this life are 100% on you. You are the common denominator. Not anybody else. Not me, not Gray, that you've been blaming for your computer or your whatever you're trying to pull there with your channel. No. Not our problem, not our fault. And it sure as hell isn't anyone's fault that you went to jail, you went on the run, and then you went to jail for doing so. You knew that was a risk you were taking, and you did it anyway, and then you had the audacity to go, like, into a sheriff's office not thinking that you were going to get arrested. And you did all of those things. You've abandoned your property. No one owes you anything. Stop perpetuating all of this bullshit onto other people. It's no one's fault but yours. If you would own it, stick to it. Stop trying to explain it away and pass the buck. Maybe you would get somewhere in about 10 years. But you have to prove yourself. You don't ever do that. When have you ever done that? When your actions, and like I heard someone that I've been watching here lately, and it's like, yeah, I give him a chance in a couple years. In a couple years, if I look back and he has done A, B, and C, and D, and there hasn't been, going to jail again and getting in trouble and, doing all the shenanigans that he does, then I'd give him a chance, like after a couple years. And I thought that, I get behind that. Totally. Yeah, I do. Saw him as a true stalker. I have the transcripts. I think they are open to public, and let me see. Oh, well, that should be fun. If those are open to the public, man, he is really, really up a creek without a paddle. Let me tell you. Just remember, those were enough to get a judge to sign a 5-year protective order against him for Crime Geek. Okay? It's the perfect trail, because they're literally coming from the sheriff's department who were subpoenaed in the chirps and all of that, and they had to be, that's a pretty good Hey, Carol, how are you? Yeah, Exactly. How tired and angry he was with Greeno, and that he was only ever contacted by him when he wanted something. Same with Randy. He better leave Randy alone. Are you going to admit that you've been the one going around telling people that you like deny, like I tried to hit on you? Are you going to deny that we have never had an inappropriate relationship whatsoever? There has been nothing between the two of us in any kind of romantic situation, and you know it, but you were going around and spreading that, trying to defame my name even more. So don't tell me you wouldn't. If I was a man, you wouldn't be able to use that against me. Maybe you would. I don't know. So now you've got another story. So YouTube says that you terminated your own channel. You said that someone manually went into your computer, and you said that someone deleted it. You've said that someone like whatever JM was saying about bad something, like put bad stuff on there. So which is it? What's the true story? You said that you did it. Like that very first post that you made, what did you say? Like you said, my bad actions. My channel is gone due to my bad actions. You put a comma there. You did put a period, so that people should think that that goes together. I'm not wrong. I called and spoke to the Carroll County Circuit Court secretary or like clerk, and it was denied. You don't have one, and you're lying about it. And it's defamation of my character to say that I am that you have that when you don't. And I'm not wrong about the ones with Crime Geek either. You have it. Oh, I'm not making anything up. Not everything you are saying is true. Oh, of course, of course. You're exaggerating everything, and the end result will be the same. You're so full of shit, dude. Like, you're so full of shit. Like, why don't you just do what you said you were going to do in your very first post and take some time and prioritize your life? You know, you said that Gray and I have both Gray and Mel have stalking prevention, no contact orders preventing them from contacting, in third person, M. Greeno. Posted and commented by True Crime News, which is you. Well, the civil suit in Florida seems to have transcripts of certain, they don't know anything about this litigation that you have with them either. They have it with you because you're stalking, like you were threatening to kill people from behind bars. Pretty sure I was included in that. So if I can subpoena that, then I can use that against you too. You see how that works? You don't intimidate me. Or will. You're not going to silence me. You have made yourself, you are a self-proclaimed public figure, world renowned, you know. So you have put yourself out there as a public figure, and you also have a criminal record that is very lengthy. And you're a true crime case. Stop being a true crime case and stop. I use your words against you. That is the truth. I don't put out lies. I'm not exaggerating. And you are coming, and then I just got done talking about the female stuff, and then all of a sudden, all of these, oh, you're exaggerating. It's not because you're all of your vernaculars that you use are ridiculous. Not making anything up. And most people know that. Like, they don't even have to fact check it. They know because of your character and what you have put out, your own actions. Like, most people are like, that guy? Like, what? Okay. Manually terminating, so you're just using like different words, but you have been. She did go on that live and say like a bunch of other bullshit, and leave Crime Geek alone. Like, you've wrecked her life enough. Leave her alone. Stop perpetuating this ridiculousness about getting your stuff back. You don't. Come on. Oh, absolutely not. Because you don't want to know why. This is another one of your grifts. This is why it's all going to be public. Because this is what you do. I saw you just did it to Gray. Well, then send me your email and let's talk this out. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't owe you anything, and you don't deserve it. In my opinion, towards me, you do not deserve it. You stole from Ray Hainish and Nicole Bowen's families, and you used their name to try to raise money to get out, telling people what they want again, Like, I won't be talking to you behind the scenes. You would win. That's what you want. You're trying to manipulate the viewers and me. You have the documents. See, the thing is you've doctored documents. I've seen them. So that can't even be believed either. But I am just on the edge of my seat waiting for you to prove anything. Like, where's your proof? You are the one that has done all of this stuff and been shady. Then that means the burden of proof lies with you, and you should be keeping your mouth shut until you do prove anything. Because the way I see it, I know you don't have anything on me. I know that I didn't get your channel terminated. That did not happen. No one broke into that was not, it wasn't Crime Geek, it wasn't me, and it wasn't Gray. We have no idea what you're forking talking about. Like, that did not happen. You having a protective order against me, not happen. Petitioning the court is not the same as having a restraining order. It was denied. If you don't know that, then you call them. I'm pretty sure you do, though. And you can keep trying to get restraining orders. I am covered under the First Amendment, as are you. And I am not doing anything except covering a true crime case. That's you. No. I don't give a fuck what you or anyone thinks. And when I don't give a fuck, I told you I was going to go level 12 psycho on you if you stole from them, and that's exactly what I did. I have been your very own online Beth Dutton because you are a true crime case, and I am trying to help people, unlike you. Oh my goodness. Professor Pug, thank you so much. Starting an eternity fund for you. Because I will, if a judge did happen, and as it stands right now, like with the defamation to my character and the libel that you have put out there in written form, and the different things that you've done, like I could have a civil suit against you, and I could probably get a protective order against you. It's you that could happen to, like, and if you say a judge does, I will see you in court. I will definitely see you in court, and I will come prepared. I already have one of my friends who is a attorney in Chicago willing to help me, and I have one in Indiana that is willing to help me, and I have a long list of others that have already stated they will help me. Like, I will be able to defend myself in a court of law against you. I have done nothing wrong. Saying the truth about him. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have that. Let me. That's the one. What's one of. I'm gonna find it real quick, and I'll share my screen. It's like frozen up again. Did it pop me off? Oh man. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. So this is this had to do with like what all went on with Can't Stop Won't Stop, Lindsay Ann and Michelle, and the people with the March for Justice. And this is her. It says, disgusting. He cries victim. His kids are the victim. Seeing him with someone else's kid at Christmas broke my heart for his own kids. Anthony Greeno, tell everyone the truth. Tell them what you did and why your daughter was not at the event in Lafayette. Tell the real truth. Y'all, Anthony has a lot of explaining to do, but he's too much of a man baby to own up to what he's done, continues to do. He is a sad excuse for a parent, friend, person, etc. I said it what I said. And then he says something about his daughter, and then he says, Michelle Barton, why didn't you keep your son safe? That's who he is. When someone dares to call him out on the things that they think that are a grievance with him, he goes for the lowest blow that he can. And you want to believe that he really cares about true crime victims' families? Are you kidding me? Why didn't you keep your son safe? Her son died. And he knows it. He knows Michelle's story. And he's went so low as to say something like that. Like, wow. That's a real doozy, you know? Yeah. Really? Yeah. They sure don't, Alpha Dave. Thank you, Truth Sleuth. Thank you so much. Oh, absolutely not. You're not going to have a voice on my channel ever. And it's disappointing that Ruckus Rocks is going to let you on his. It's disappointing that Graz did. It's disappointing that anybody would give you a platform to spread your awfulness on. That's just how I feel. Gaslight you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm not going to talk to you. That and the thing, see, like there, what was that? Like these people that are just saying like, well, you because you tried this with me. Like, what? Base your base your beliefs about me on our. Have I ever done anything to you? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like that's okay. Imagine like there's like six people lined up in a row and they start down at the other end and you're on one end and another person on the other end. And then there's a dude with like a baseball bat and he's going and he's hitting every single one of those right before you in the head with a bat. And then it's going to get to your turn. Are you telling me you're not going to duck? Like duck out of the way. Like get out of the way. Like don't give him any money. Like don't have him on your channel. Like just because he hasn't done it to you, like that's, I know I'm not good at making analogies and that's fine, but like it's like saying, well, I'm going to let this child predator in my house because he hasn't done that to my children, or like what Ivy said about, well, Kipper never did anything to me. Jeffrey Dahmer didn't try to eat me, like just learn from other people. Oh, people are going to be served. Okay. Okay. We'll all hold our breaths, just like all the other times that you've tried to do this to get people to intimidate people into being silent and not trying to ruin your cons. And like we're the ones in the wrong when you're the one that are defaming our character and harassing other people. If those if it's enough to get a stalking charge while you were behind bars, just think of that. Like, whoa, that seems like that would be something really hard to do, to be in a jail and what you were doing was so egregious that a judge in Florida was like, this is stalking and you have a protective order. So don't even try to pull this, I only knew her for a month bullshit. No. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Good. That was a good one. I do not, I've never showed up to anywhere that you are. Like I barely leave my house. Good luck trying to prove that one. Says I barely leave my house. Like I am a homebody. I don't even like to leave my town, which you put out there and doxed me for everybody to see. And then you doubled down and you admitted it. And I have that of where you're like you did that because of what I was you wanted me to be quiet. Hello. I've never, I don't know, I don't try to contact you. I have never showed up anywhere that you are. You came to a court hearing in like 2020 or 2019. That's the only time that I have ever saw you in person. And frankly, you were a little bit inappropriate that day. Like that was the day I was like, ugh, like something ain't right. I never stole anything from anybody. You're making that up, and I can prove it because messages between me and you prove that you just said it's a lie. You said that again, like it's the same con, like what he's trying to do to Bree about like she's holding this stuff hostage or whatever he's trying to get you to believe. Like he said that Jess stole the money from the fund, not like, and I've shown that on here. It'll be in some of those other on all the lives that I've done. It is so absurd. Yes, Jill, thank you. You know, and like the thing, like it is, it is right. Then you can talk about me too. You know, and I just like you kept saying, "Oh, I can't discuss." You know, I'm pretty sure you're referring to me, like because there's, you know, she has a no contact order on me, and I have one on her, which is just a flat out lie. So what is it like? We're a threat to your cons and trying to stand up and protect people. Like, hello, lone wolf. Yeah, well, go ahead, you know. I know he's still like, ooh. Oh, look at that. Read that right there. There's the real Greeno coming out. There's the real Greeno. Hey, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Yeah, exactly, don't we? True sleuth. You've said that over and over again. Aw, thank you, Alpha David. To a victim's mama in my ears hearing. You're right. Yeah. So the truth is, there is currently nothing in place. There is nothing. It's a lie. It's a lie. And it's defamation of my character. Yeah. He did that. I don't know if that's what you mean, but like he came in hot and came in with a new way to try to twist the truth to get people to you know, it's been a constant, there's a pattern of behavior in the true crime community from a true crime case. You know, like that's just the way it is. That's what I'm doing. I have more integrity that I wouldn't try to drag her into this and what you did to her. You piece of shit. Don't say anything about her. Leave her out of it. Can someone remove that comment? I don't know how. It like won't let me on here. I can either time someone out or block them, but I can't like remove a comment. I want that removed. That is nobody's business. Right. Right. Oh, yeah. Because it's going to be you haven't you keep wanting people to give you a second chance, and then you go right back to your old ways. Like when you have a knitting channel, or like I don't know, crochet, like do something else, then I'll leave you alone. Like I won't report on the true crime case of you. But when you are trying, like you you know this is true. You used your mother and her death, not her murder, to get people to open up to you, to tell their stories, their real stories, like the real victims. And you're not a victim. You don't have anything in common with them. Like to do that is just disturbing. What do you mean, health inspector? I'm in a sinking boat with Graz. I'm not in a no boat with them two. Um, I'm on a boat doing flips and shit. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Sorry. Slow. Ooh, man. I guess I'm saving Graz. Like I'm like I don't know. But yes, the best indicator of future behavior is past behavior. Thank you, Deb. True Crime Notebook. I don't know. I just saw that you wanted to have him on your channel, and like I don't understand that. No, I'm not going. I'm not. I'm not going to talk. I don't know if you're talking to me, but I'm not going to be. I won't talk to you unless it is on a public like forum, and like I'm not going to put you on my channel ever. He's out of jail how many days, and he's back at doing what he does best, attacking people who call him out. Grow up, Greeno. Thanks, Cody. Well, you all know who, except. Yeah, we're going to be live at 11, right? Okay, how many times have you said that? Like, ugh. I am behind in chat, like really far, I think. Oh, yeah, I'm like real back there, aren't I? Hey, Vince. Yep. Yep, yep. Yeah, like we do, like this is like, yeah, like it's like real world. Like it just we pay it ourselves, like bless her heart, one of the group, she made a post of like, here we go again, just like this is what's going on. And I had commented on there that, I tried. I really gave it like I tried to get, people to just stop giving him their money and like blindly supporting them and doing his dirty work for him and having them on and just keep giving him a voice. And if she's listening, like I really do appreciate your kind words, and it means a lot. And people like that, I have gained so much. Like the silver lining has been the people that have been added to my life, because of this particular series that I've done on him. Just some of the last friendships I'll have for the rest of my life, and that's the true like beauty of this community when it works together for good, of like helping. I feel honored that they have reached out to me and told me their stories, and that they feel like I am someone that is being their voice when they don't feel strong enough to take him on. I am. I can take it. He can say and do whatever he wants. And you better not take it real life. Like, there are boundaries, but he doesn't know those. And so, yeah, it is a fear for my life, because I am taking on someone that I consider to be dangerous. His record proves that. His past record predicts future record. And it is scary for me. It is. At the same time, like, in this life, like when we're called to do something and we turn that down out of fear, or like, he didn't do it to me, so what do I care? Like, that's just never how I've lived my life. Like, I have always been someone that had wanted to understand the human condition, and I've always wanted to protect people and to, like, that's just like how I feel. And like I have collected along the way through this true crime like journey, like so many amazing, amazing people. And I'm so grateful for them. And just the, and the thing is that like that camp was trying to say that I've like that he was like, I'm sorry that you've been bullied, and that like I have not done that. There has been a lot of people that they say things. I let their comments be in my own lives. I But one thing that I have done is when someone comes to the realization that he is awful and conning them, I have never not open like been open and welcomed them with open arms. I have absolutely done that. And I know that there are people out there that know that I have done that. I have not judged. I have been in your shoes. Like, I have not done that. I have not bullied anyone. I've been bullied. Other people have been bullied who try to stand up against him. Getting messages from people that say perhaps he'll give you the attention that you deserve. Like these veiled threats that I get all the time. Like, like I have some of the closest friends that I have now. We started out because a bone of contention was between us, and it was Greeno. And we started out not getting along at all. And then they didn't like me. And then when they came to the realization and the truth, there was no shame. They didn't have to be, I welcomed every single person, and I've never said a word. Like, I don't do that kind of stuff. Like, go back and watch all what I've done. I know it's a lot, it's long, but like, I'm not like him. I have not done the things that he's done. So be careful with who you decide to believe in this mess. Gray Hughes is like, he doesn't need him. Like all of these lies that we're trying to get ahead on him. Like, no. I'm doing my own thing. And it actually does, it gets upsetting to me because my passion is with like the other stuff that I do. And it gets upsetting when the Greeno stuff gets more views. It's the opposite for me. Like, I don't do salacious, like, cover the newest case over and over again every day to get views. My channel has grown very slowly, and that's fine. Like, I have a job. I have a couple jobs, like, that make real money, and that I use that real money to pay for my children's lives and my lives. And I have a house and like responsibilities, Okay. And I only wish healthy for everybody. It's a situation where one person needs help. Just try to be a better person. Start now. And part of me, I have been one with the peace pipe this evening, and a lot of my speak to text is coming out gibberish. That's okay. I do too. He's helped me a lot, and that's just out of the kindness of his heart. Like, the things that Greeno's spreading about him are just flat out ridiculous. They're not true. When you make yourself a true crime case by breaking the law and going on the run and, having a criminal record a mile long, like, you don't get to pass the buck and like get other people to, be, it's like the deflection and the gaslighting that you do, like, thank you, Diamond Eyes. But yeah, like I don't want to like I've covered his, criminally and like the truth and the lies and like debunking some of his major things and I did that like I felt like it was my way of being able to help the families of Abigail Williams and Liberty German as well because I know that they do like that he's not someone that has helped them or been of a help in my opinion. Like he has made up so much stuff about Delphi that like I sure do hope that those things do not hurt the trial, like I don't know, Gaslight. I don't know. Like I don't know. Yeah. I've never been in jail, never had a protective order against me. I'm not one bit jealous of losers in life. Yeah, it's just like a weird thing of like, what? Yeah, Cynthia Moon. Well, you know what, guys? Like, I really do appreciate you being here tonight, and I appreciate so much the super chats. They can, say what they want about that, but I find it, like when I get them, they don't. I do what I say I'm gonna do. Our channel's sent. We've already sent it. I don't know if I put it on my computer, but the thing is like because of him, I feel this like overwhelming like fear and like I've got to prove that people are going to think that I'm lying about sending money to all these different families. But, like you can ask Miss Donna, you can ask Miss Jerry, you can ask Dawn. And I'm still trying to, and I feel so bad because I know she needs it. But Mrs. Allen, Charles's mom, like we've been working all week to try to get the PayPal thing to work. Like I don't have PayPal, but like I've had family members that have been trying to send it on my behalf, and like she just, like it's just so that's still happening. And then next month, there will be a donation to Tamara McCoy for Olivia Fowler. That was the one that we got some donations for. And then, I do, is half of it I do keep for myself. I put a lot of time and effort into this, and I don't feel bad about it in one single bit. I'm not conning anybody. And I'm not trying to make you feel like you have to and manipulating you into giving me your money. Like people do send some super chats, and they have memberships and whatever. And I think that is awesome. And I don't have a problem with that at all with other channels. This takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you emotionally, and it can be draining. And it can also like we can give back. Like I love that. Like I love being able to, even if it's just a little bit, like being able to help like these victims, parents and loved ones and family. And just like that's what it's all about. Hey Randy. You're welcome, Jill. Thank you for being here. It really means a lot. Bidding queries, Diamond Eyes, Lake. Hey, Lake, I haven't seen you. Professor Pug, like I'd rather have 10 of you in my corner. Like you're a true rock star. I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he did. Does that mean like point scored? Not that I care. I mean, if I let him on my channel, I know what would happen is he would just get up here and he would be all calm and demure like he was in that other video. And then like try to like incite me to like respond emotionally like he was doing tonight, and like I'm just going to do me and I'm going to say and do what I want. And I have that right. And the part that we don't have a right is to do the things that he's done. Like that he doesn't have a right to harm people. And what I've been doing is raising awareness for that. Aww. Aww, that's so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad. I think, like that's the thing. I've just met so many awesome people through this, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. Yes, truth, sleuth, 100%. And that movie better not be about Delphi, or if that's not just another con. Like that movie better not be about Delphi. Oh no, really? The fraud Greeno interviewed Senator Mesmer about the new SEA. Can you, okay, law in Indiana. And when the fraud's latest self induced legal drama came to light, it honestly hurt many, many cases. That sucks. Hey, Never Silent. How are you doing? Um, Another great channel, and Justice Served Daily's here. Another great channel. Like and she's covering Delphi, and she's doing a bang up job. Like he's not needed to come back to cover that. There's been a lot of really good people that have come along, and Gray's always done a great job of covering it. No, he doesn't. That was so unbelievably cruel. And I hope you know that it's so unbelievable, and it's not true. Emotionally sprung, so you will look like the crazy one. Yeah. Skull production. Okay. No. No. Hey, Kelt. Hey, Mama Bear. How are you? Good to see you guys here. I've said it before, but Mama Bear, Kel, and Justice Served Daily did a live on Justice Served Daily that was excellent. It was, oh my gosh, it was so good. It was about a serial killer, and oh, Mau. I know how to spell it. Mause Mause. I can't remember his first name, but man, you guys, it was so good. Like they really do their research, and sometime in the future, like we're gonna do something together, me and Kelt, and I'm super pumped about that. Yeah, and you're one of them, girl. You're awesome. Moused. David Mouse. Yeah, that was such a good episode. No, he's not staying with Randy, but I will be here. I'm in Randy's corner, and if he ever needs a thing, Randy, you let me know. Right. Hell no. How nature versus nurture, how appropriate. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Stay tuned. We'll be live at like 11 with chaotically cold. Chaotically cold. So tune in and bring your popcorn. Probably have a couple drinks, just kind of chill and have a good time. Like we always have fun when we get together. So I'm excited to do that with her. An outstanding human being, and another one that I became friends with because Greeno hurt them, her and Incog. So yeah, super cool. All right, guys, I hope you have a good night. Thank you so much for being here.